paying customer a bit more. And I just think it's a great idea. So I'm looking forward to that as well as the fight.
Any truth in the rumour that you're prepared to fight at some stage soon, Mr. Fury, on some kind of
Hey,
undercard?
listen, John Fury's ready to go. We're just talking dollars, me. Because I don't get £1 off my son, and if I can earn a few quid this late on in life, I will fight anybody in the world for the right kind of money. Anybody. Any man with a pair of gloves or feet, sole leather, whatever you want to call him. John Fury will fight him. Just talk to me, agree a price for me, and I'm there. But I'm not cheap.
You're calling out anybody, John, are you?
Anybody in the world with a fat checkbook. I ain't bothered. But there's one thing I'll get out of John Fury. A proper fight. That's why nobody's going to ring me phone. So I'm not into exhibitions. I'll say, look, before the fight, you give it me because I'm going to try and give it you, pal. May the best man win and I'll shake your hand afterwards. You beat me, fair and square, I'll shake your hand like a man and buy you a pint of beer afterwards. And that goes to any man in the world. He's got a fat checkbook, but dossers and bums need not apply.
What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy, Frank, Finding Nemo, Warren, for boosting up your man the YB coin. So we just heard there from John Fury. High five, any man! Any man in the motor! Yeah, so again, you heard the recording there from John Fury. Desperate to split cheeks, but listen, let's call a spade here. John Fury thinks he's smart, throwing indirects. I'll fight anyone who's got a whole bag, big bag, but no bums allowed. John, Mickey Theo is on your mind. He giving you nightmares. And to be real with you, you ain't good enough to fight anyone else. And I think, honestly, I've seen Mickey Theo in sparring, and I think there's a reason John Fury's ducking. And again, any John Fury man fans out there, if you don't like it, tell your man to sign the contract. It's as simple as that. And I'm telling you, you know the YB, he love a gamble. John Fury versus Mickey Theo, my money would be going on Mickey Theo, 100%. Possibly by KO as well, but certainly the win. Mickey Theo is serious, I believe, compared to John Fury as well. And that is, like I said, there's a reason. John Fury's got the age advantage, he's got the weight, he's got the so-called experience advantage, and he's got the woofing advantage. He woofed about how hard he was. I mean, we all saw Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's a beast, even today. And John Fury was talking about fighting Mike Tyson. You couldn't beat the D-level dudes in your prime about Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson take your head clean off, John. Delusional about I'll fight anyone for a fair. Fight Mickey Theo, and if you're that good, yeah, that's the kind of fight that gets you the platform to fight Mike Tyson for a load of money. I don't know who you think you are. I want a load of money. Based on what? Your son? Oops. Stop living for your son. You sit there saying, my son don't give me anything. Which really he shouldn't anyway. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What a medal? John Fury wants a medal because his son doesn't give him nothing. I'm being funny, but I'd hope so too to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Big hardback man like yourself. If you stop chewing on civilians' ears and going to jail, you know what I'm saying? Damn. But anyway, like I was saying, it's all well and good. My son don't give me anything. Well, wait a minute. Look at the level of entitlement here. No bums allowed. You better come with me with a big bag. Wait a minute, John Fury. You're a man who's come out of jail and done nothing since. Apart from being your son's father, what have you done to deserve a big bag and it best be a big show? Based on what, John? Your last fights you left back to back KO'd cold by the Black Skellington and by Team Lighty. Both Dons left you sparko. Genuinely. John Fury has two of the most... Honestly, if you wrote a list here of the world's top 20 ice cold KOs, John Fury would have two in the top 20, 100% of all time. He was cold out. Yeah? And that's what it was. That's how you ended your career. So apart from giving birth to Tyson, who, give respect to him, he's done his thing, but what have you done to earn that? And that's why it's so important. If you believe you are a big star and you're a big dog and you want to make big checks, you best go in there with Mickey Theo and put it to rest. And fair play, I told you, I'll be betting a bunch of coin on Mickey Theo. But if you wash Mickey Theo, then fair play to you. You've then earned the right to call out some big dogs like Lennox. Well, even then, to be honest. But as far as the whole social media thing goes, I'd respect that. If you wash Mickey Theo, I'd respect, and I'll be there to watch a fight between John Fury and Mike Tyson or whoever. Would Mike Tyson take his head clean off? Absolutely. But do you know what I'm saying? That'd give you some credibility. But at the moment, how can you go from being in your prime and knocked out cold by journey level dons, and you're talking about how you want a big bag and you need to be paid accordingly? Well, it's weird, it's odd, I'm sorry, it's odd and it's entitled. And I wouldn't mind, but all these years, and that's why I do actually respect Paddy Doherty, yeah? Paddy Doherty, the guy who went on Big Brother or whatever, I respect him because he will throw down anyone on the street, actual bare knuckle, never mind in no ring for. I mean, the Mickey Theo fight would do. I reckon John Fury would make a couple $100,000 from the Mickey Theo fight. It's as simple as that. I mean, you could have put that Mickey Theo fight on the Fury undercard. That would have been co-main. I'm telling you now, all them bum fights on the Fury undercard, yeah, John Fury versus Mickey Theo would be a co-main fight. It's as simple as that. It'd be a British block. That would be honestly, I don't watch undercards, but Mickey Theo versus John Fury would be one of the first undercard fights I've watched. I genuinely want to see that. Yeah? Simple as that. But like I was saying, we're talking you making a couple $100,000. Paddy Doherty goes in there, or on the street. But I mean, I saw a video years ago, probably a decade ago now. It was bad to watch, but some young gun came up to Paddy's at the time probably 55, 60 or whatever, and some young buck from some other family started getting off on him, and it was a bad look. I would never do that, fight an old man, but for whatever reason, some young guy, 30 years old, started attacking some old dude. But it's fair play to Paddy, he tried his best to fight, and I respect that. But then you got fake frauds like John Fury, who ain't got no videos of no bare-knuckle, and talks about how hard he is. He gets offered out to a fight to make money and with gloves on, and he goes missing and makes excuses or whatever. It's odd. I don't respect that at all. Keep your mouth shut. If you don't want it, just be quiet. Oh, I'm bare knuckle, 500 years of bare knuckle, you know what I'm saying? All this kind of stuff. And time again, these guys are big mouths. They get called out and they don't want it. Yeah? The pork's another one. The pork called out Spencer Fearon. He don't want it now. He talking about weight classes. Yeah. The big Doncaster. I mean, the Don of Doncaster. All of a sudden, talking about weight classes. Standard stuff. These big mouth cats. Just keep your mouth shut, man. Ain't no one trying to hear some old ass dude woofing if he ain't trying to back it up. And I have to admit, I have to put my hands in the air because for a long time, I was a John Fury fanboy. Like most people, I got sucked in, just being naive and young. Oh wow, there's no way a man can be this gassed. He must have some sort of substance to him. And I think a lot of the time, when you're young, most experiences, you've had of bare knuckle cats. Like I remember once, I was in a pub. Must have been 17, 18, and my friends knew some of these bare knuckle cats. But anyway, there was a whole bunch of them. But their wives came into the gaff, and they started talking to us. Not in a funny style way, but either way, my friends started getting nervous, saying, "Oi, if they come in here, if the husband see us." Or if the husbands see their wives talking, even though they weren't nothing like that, but you know what I'm saying, even if they see that, it's going to kick off. And I thought, and basically the point is, the whole narrative, when you're brought up, the whole narrative is that the bare knuckle cats will kick off. You understand? So, having had that culture in, since you're young, you're told, oh, bare knuckle cats will get it on, kind of thing. So having heard that, you see John Fury publicly woofing. You think, oh, there must be some sort of substance to it. Well, turns out he got no substance, and that's what I told you. John Fury is what's the word? He assimilates cultures It's not even his. I'm sorry, but it ain't his cult. It's not. You ain't the real one. You're a fake one. You're a fake bare-knuckle. You ain't real. You're just not. You're a wannabe bare-knuckle. Because the real ones, yeah, would never allow Mickey Theo to come out. And Mickey Theo's stayed getting off all over your name. And John Fury's done nothing but run around and duck it. That would never carry on in a real bare-knuckle. Real bare-knuckle cats would never allow that. They'd have to. Win, lose or draw, they'd have to swing down with Mickey Theo. But he don't want it. John Fury, I'm sorry, but on that, as far as bare-knuckle goes, as far as the bare-knuckle community goes, yeah, John Fury is a disgrace. Based on that. The whole thing's based on that the whole thing's based on physically defending your family's honour. Mickey Theo said, listen, John, yeah, I will top you, 100%. I will make a good old bottom out of you. Yeah? I will make you drop the soap and you'll be picking it up 100%. And guess what John Fury did? Nothing. He missing. Talking about how he wants a big bag. What? You're a bum. As far as boxing goes, John, you're a bum who made a son who's decent. That's your... It's mad. But it shows you the world in 2022. In 2022, yeah, people think, oh, well, my son's famous, so my son's famous and my name's John Fury and I'm super entitled. Make your own way there, because when you tried that on your own, you got chinned, and you've complained ever since, oh, well, I wasn't able to train properly. Well, train properly now then, and take on Mickey Theo. Simple as that. And no one trying to watch, let's be real now, John, and no one trying to watch you fight no one else anyway. You're going to get chinned. Oops. Yeah, let's be real now. If John Fury goes in there with Mike Tyson, he's getting chinned. It's not like, I mean, obviously some of you John Fury man fans would love to believe that it's going to be, oh no, I beat John Fury. He will get sparked out within the first round, literally. Mike does too much. To be fair though, I wouldn't mind seeing Evander Holyfield. Yeah, that would be interesting. Holyfield versus John Fury. That would be well, Holyfield would still wash him. Even as shot to bits as Holyfield is, he'd still wash John. Anyway, it's bad. Yeah, but from now on, I don't want to hear no more about John Fury talking about fighting. You don't want it, John. John Fury is an imaginary fighter. He likes to sound hard until the beef turns up. He one of them ones. Oh yeah, I'm super hard. He reminds me of the guy, you know, ones there where have you ever met one of them guys, yeah, who talks about how much they love fighting, and then something kicks off and all of a sudden they disappearing, and they'll come back just after it's, oh, what happened? Oh man, if I'd have been there, wait a minute, you was here and you disappeared about what you would have done. Them ones there. Or them cats who have always got stories of them winning some mad fight, but then, again, that one time it comes to it, they missing. Or they got an excuse, or they can't come up, or they got work in the morning. Yeah. But anyway, listen. It is what it is. John, stop woofing. And BT and everyone else needs to stop enabling him. And tell him, listen, John. If you want to fight with Mickey or with anyone else, you can make it. Until then, keep your mouth shut about doing something. And to be honest, I blame people like Carl Frampton. And David Hay, actually. David Hay even more so. David Hay, big hard ass, shitting himself from John Fury. John Fury said he wanted to fight David Hay. David Hay don't say nothing. It's embarrassing. So I guess to some extent I can't even blame John Fury, because he called out David Hay and David Hay flapped it. He called out Carl Frampton and Carl Frampton flapped it. I mean, what the fuck? It's no wonder he's gassed off his monts about how hard he is. He just made Big Toe shook. Big Toe, like I said before, Big Toe ain't got no Team Lighty card. You man, the YB's revoked David Big Toe's Lighty card. He ain't even a bit of a lighty. He's a scary ass. That's what he is. He's a scary ass T. No doubt.